Well, hello, all you beautiful people, and happy fucking New Year. Might as well start off the new year with a good cuss word and make some points and talk about life and just ramble on because that's what I've been doing for 10 plus years on YouTube. And I'm sure 2022 will be no different. I just kind of took a poll actually earlier asking people, like, what kind of videos do you prefer? And it was usually the philosophy and rambling videos, but I always try to make a point. I try to have a theme. I try to have a reason why I make a video. I'm not a vlogger. I don't like that term. I don't like to say I come on and just talk about random shit. I come on and I talk about something I'm thinking about that's important to me. And today's video is about humility because it was something that I just found so important. And I'm just balancing our egos is so important. And before I made it, and before I make this, I'd like to talk about it. I'd like to first give credit and thank you to some of my subscribers, as well as my patrons, as well as my new patron, Melissa, and all the rest of my 37 patrons that I have. I appreciate all of you. And I'm doing a drawing next week for my patrons, and I'm going to give away one of my tie-dye t-shirts. Those will also be available soon for sale. And this all relates to humility, believe me. I wanted to address the people in my subscriber base who have sent me free gifts because I don't feel like I've properly said thank you. I try. There's a few different things. In fact, I almost couldn't forget the last one. All right, I have a few things here that I wanted to share with you all that have been shared, things that have been shared with me that I want to share with you. And it goes all the way back to 2012 or so, when one of my earliest subscribers named Teresa, I think it was Teresa Cowan, if I'm not mistaken. And back then we were doing trading for garden seeds. I tried to do a seed trade thing. And I've always been really into heirloom seeds and gardening with, good heirloom varieties. So long story short, we started with these discussions about trading, and she sent me a thank you rock. And I looked around for it because it was the earliest thing I got, and it was just an oval polished rock that just said thank you on it. I still have it to this day, after close to 8-10 years, and it still means a lot to me, and I've been looking for the right person to give that to. But since then, and I never want to do this because I don't want to leave anyone out who did send me something that I forgot about. A few years back, Blaze, one of my subscribers, Blaze, love you, brother. If you're out there, I know you're a lurker. No, not in a bad way, that you watch my videos sometimes, and once in a while you'll pop in and say something if I mention your name. So if you're out there, Blaze, much love to you. I appreciate you. I always found you to be an inspiration in your videos because you always had this just happy smirk, and people come and go. He sent me, I put them in here. I don't think he sent them in this, but he sent me a bunch of shungite. And if you're not familiar, shungite is from a certain region in Russia, I believe. And it's a rare form of carbon. It's not coal, it's not diamond, it's not graphite. It's a separate form. And it's only found, I believe, in this one area in Russia. There's a lot of bunk shit going around the internet, people selling fake shungite, but this was real shungite. And I put some of it in a necklace wait, do I have it on right now? No, I don't think I do. I was going to say that would be a trip. But he gave me this. This is weird. This just was meant to be. Because I realized that the necklace I just happened to put on a while ago also has, it's a resin necklace I made, and I have a piece of fossilized dinosaur bone that I cut into a teardrop. On top of that fossilized bone is a little piece of opal. I don't know if you can see that, but beautiful piece of opal that one of my subscribers sent me, and I just remembered, and if I hadn't looked down, I never would have remembered to say thank you for the opal. It was sent in an envelope with like an order for Kratom or something, and I was just like, wow, that's beautiful. So yeah, that's what I did with it. I put it in a resin-based teardrop shape. I do stone work, my own lapidary work. I have a saw on the side. I haven't been able to do it for a while. But anyhow, because I haven't been motivated, it's hard. But anyhow, back to Blaze. He sent me the shungite, and he also sent me this book, which was sitting on my shelf, and I just started reading again, called Chaos. Phenomenal book, and a phenomenal guy. So just wanted to say thank you, Blaze. More recently, somebody sent me this. These were some seeds. That's why I won't give any particular names. You'll know who you are. These were, it's a cannabis card with some seeds in here from the Azure Haze. And I just found these again too. And it's some cannabis seeds that I tried to grow last year and something happened. I ended up with a male, that's what happened. Or 2 males. But I'm gonna do better this year. And I think it was Steven. And he also sent me these. A whole bunch of these bears. Grateful Dead bears. These are awesome and I love them. I had like 1 or 2 before. And he just sent me like a whole collection of like 10 of these bears. And I was just like taken back by this box. And I really wanted to send something back. I just didn't know what. I was just like, you know, that's awesome. But one day I'll make it up to you. So thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Also, one of my subscribers, and I haven't seen Kendra. I don't know where you're at, Kendra. I hope you're doing well. But she sent me this. It's so awesome. She had this sent to me, and it's Dracula's soil. I looked it up to research what it was. Apparently, it's from, you know, the actual haunt of Count Dracula, and they dig out this soil and they have little vials of it. And I just thought that was a great little novelty. It's even in an old glass case. And Kendra also sent me not just once, not just twice, but 3 times a woofer. 3 times a woofer. She sent me 3 different batches of these woofers cookies for my dog, and Lucy absolutely adored them, and I adored it watching her eat them. I have a video I'm going to make of my unboxing of a lot of these things. Every time a subscriber sends me something, I actually film the unboxing, and then I just throw it in this folder because I haven't figured out how to actually do it without sounding like I'm just like, send me shit, because I'm not like that. But I want to show appreciation too. More recently, one of my subscribers, Sean, sent me a few things. One of them was this. This was just the other day I got these. They're Grateful Dead playing cards. And I had a totally different type of them that were just in this basic package. He sent me these, and if you see, I don't know if you can see it in the light. There's a texture. The box is textured. Every card is unique. And it's just an amazingly beautiful deck of cards. And Sean also sent me some other stuff, and I appreciate that. The last thing I want to share that a subscriber sent was something that's so awesome that first I'm going to say thank you, Kevin. Kevin's a friend of mine who gave me this marble, glass marble that he blew years ago, and he just gave it to me as a gift. And to me, friends' gifts mean a hell of a lot. Just like this little heart that made out of stone that my wife gave me last year, I think, in Christmas in my stocking. And you know, you cherish these things that people give you. They mean a lot. They mean a lot to me anyway. I'm kind of a sucker for nostalgia and for just, it's not the stuff, it's the intention, the meaning. I have an attachment to people's intentions. It's hard to explain. The last thing I'd like to share with you, I don't even want to take it out of the box here, is a little baby. I haven't named the baby yet, but this is a baby in a box that was sent to me by my subscriber Lorna. And let me just take it out of here. It comes with a little blanket and a little hat. But let me just show you this thing carefully. Now this is made out of Sculpey clay, or what you would call, I guess, here we go. Let's turn the light. There we go. This is made out of, come on, focus in. Basically Fimo clay, because I've made beads out of this stuff. But this particular, it's just too much. There we go. This little baby, every little finger, every little feature, little feet, the belly, the face, even the hair. Can you see that? This was sent to me by Lorna, and she's from Scotland, and she has a business, or had a business, and it's so awesome. I don't mean had like in a bad way, but I don't know. She said, I believe Lorna may have said that she's not any longer doing these. She sent it in this beautiful little box, and all the way from Scotland. I mean, I was just taken back. I was shocked. I was like, that people care that much. Even just, well, shit. Even the Jehovah's Witnesses down the street that sent me this the other day. It's a handwritten note. Literally, they handwrite these. But that's not part of the discussion here. That was something I was going to talk about later. The two main questions, really. What's the key to a happy life? Happy family life, and also who really controls the world, But anyhow, back to the point. I love my subscribers, and I love my patrons, and I really appreciate it when people send me things. I've always had this thing about gratitude. It's important to me, and that brings me to the discussion I'm going to have today, which I've spent 11 minutes already showing off stuff people have given me, but I just wanted to get that cleared that I really appreciate those things. Humility is about balancing your ego. It's about balancing who you think you are with who you really are, with who other people think you are, and not making a big deal about it, not taking yourself seriously. But humility does not mean weakness. Humility is being able to appreciate people for what they've done for you, and to appreciate who you are, but not take yourself as some kind of a god, right? There's many different aspects to it, but remember, especially humility, to be able to sit and thank people for what they've done takes a certain degree of humility. I'm not giving myself props here. I'm saying it's hard to look a person in the eye and say, hey, I love you and I appreciate what you do for me. It's kind of an awkward thing because we are programmed to kind of defend ourselves. And humility really is a balance of the ego. And so what are some of the aspects of humility that I think personally that we should embrace, right? This is all coming from my own heart, naturally. It always does. I mean, I'm no expert on, psychology or psychiatry. There's my drink. Sorry, I still have a cold, and I'm still feeling pretty stuffed up. I don't know if I had the Omicron or what the hell it was, but I'm recovering. Listen with an open mind to other people. That means you don't put them down for what they think. You don't make them feel like idiots or, try to chastise them, because it doesn't work. Because we've learned so much about how each other thinks that if you really want to change minds, you plant a seed. And that field has to be fertile. You can't plant a seed where there's already too much overgrowth, because the seed won't take hold. There's not enough sunlight. People have to have the right mindset to let a seed flourish, but that seed can sit there and lay dormant. If you say what you have to say to someone and you firmly stand behind it, you will plant that seed and it will sit there and wait until it's nurtured. It might never be nurtured, but that's all you can do. And I say that because we can't force each other to think the way we think. Humility means that we let go of that idea that we're going to convince others to, I'm sorry, before I continue further, I need to finalize, this is funny, but I need to finalize the video of thank yous to all the people. That's why I put this hat on when I started the video. This hat was made by my friend Scott. He has a company called Rag Hats. Rag Hats with a Z at the end. Oh, my ears are all clogged from being sick. But Rag Hats is his company that he started, and he sells these awesome hats with pockets and stuff in them. And I'm going to post a link to his shit when he starts actually a website and gets it going. He's got a great product. A great product. I love these hats. So anyhow, thank you, Scoey, and thank you to all the rest of the peeps. So, to continue, part of humility is not just to listen with an open mind to other people and be able to say, okay, I disagree respectfully, or I'm open to that, but I don't have to agree. But also, self-compassion, which means listening to ourselves with an open mind. Listening to what we have to say to ourselves. That sounds ridiculous, but it's not. It means that you're telling yourself, I need to do this or do that, or not do this or do that. I need to change this or rethink this. And we know that in the back of our minds, this is always there. We're like fighting this change that we need to make within ourselves because of whatever, politics, religion, fear, anger, relationships. It could be anything. But what holds us back usually is ourself. Self-compassion is important because it means that we recognize that we have faults within ourselves, and that the more you let go of that, the more you can admit. For example, if a person says, oh, you're selfish, and you say, yeah, I can be sometimes. That really takes the fucking wind out of their sails. I mean, you have to actually not be the one getting frustrated and angry about what other people think about you, as long as your life is working for you. Here's, I think, the most important thing about humility. Letting shit go, not worrying about what people think, but at the same time, if everyone hates you, you might want to rethink your approach. If you have no friends, if you have no connections, it might be you. Or it might not be. It really depends. But usually people who have a positive attitude and a drive to be humble and to be kind to others will attract other people. And it's up to them to whether or not they accept that connection. So I say that because we're in an age where connection seems to be waning and people seem to be more and more distant from one another. But I heard a quote earlier. I thought it was great. It said, in a dark room, don't beat the darkness with a stick. Or maybe it was a broom. Like, in a dark room, don't just beat the darkness with a broom. Turn on the light. And it stuck with me because I thought, that's perfect. Yeah. Turn on the light. It means, I guess it can mean whatever you want it to mean as a metaphor, but it means that we waste so much energy trying to stop something without just thinking about it. Turn on the light. Look at what's going on. Really take the time to see what's happening, and your fear will dissipate. And then you won't be so frustrated in life, and then you won't be so worried about defending yourself, and then you can have more humility because you're laughing at yourself for the absurdity. If we look at ourselves as some kind of an object where we have to prove ourselves, and this is where it gets funny, people are so attached to money. I have this, I don't know, for me, one of the most absurd things is that kind of culture of Ferrari, supercar owners. Now, I watch videos of these cars. They're amazing. But the cars are amazing. The cars, not the people. That's the thing. When people look at the guys in supercars, to me, you're looking at the fucking car, okay? You're not looking at the person. It's like the truth when you're looking at even a space shuttle, you're not looking at the astronaut so much as, wow, look at the amazing technology that got them there. Humans want to have this recognition for what they've done. A lot of people think that buying a fancy car and having money and being recognized for that money is sufficient. And if that is for you, then that's fine. That is so far out of my normalcy of what I consider to be cool that when I see a dude with his hair slicked back driving a sports car, I just cringe and roll my eyes. You can burn rubber all you want, I'm not impressed. But that's me. I'm the minority. I know a lot of people love that shit. But the point being here that if you don't know yourself, then you can never know others. And a lot of people are always trying to impress others by giving them what they think they want to see. And therefore, people think maybe this is what I want to see. This is what I want to do. So we aspire to be these famous people. I'm not going to get into the percentage of kids who want to be YouTubers or think being famous is important. It's not the kids' fault. It's the parents' fault. It's society's fault. It's all of our fault because we all aspire to be recognized for who we are. Look at me. I've been on YouTube for, 10 years, like I said. 10 years. I'm a 46-year-old dad. What am I doing on here talking about life? Because I see 86-year-old dudes doing it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to talk about life. That's what I do. But I still have a humility because I've been knocked down a peg several times by people. So people's comments don't get to me. I might respond with a jab or whatnot, but I don't get angry at them. And that's because I know who I am. And that's what humility brings you. That's why it's important to do. So having gratitude for life, in my opinion, if you have gratitude for what you do have, and you're honest with people and yourself, those two things equal integrity. It means you're integrating into society and you're able to be a good person as far as we consider good. And if you don't know yourself, if you don't learn who you really are and incorporate all those parts of yourself, then you will never know others. This is so important. If you don't know who you are, you will never understand anyone around you. Because we understand our own intentions, then we can start to understand other people's intentions. And if we admit our intentions, then we will also understand the intentions of others. It's really that simple. It's kind of like that, repeating the same thing. If you do A, then A will also happen. It's obvious, yeah. If we are honest with ourselves, we'll meet honest people and we'll feel more honest. It's like, but if we admit our intentions, that means who we are and what we want out of life, then we'll attract like-minded folks. And you're going to meet a lot of resistance along the way, and that's okay. My final parting words here, I guess. Don't act important because you're not. Your mama might have told you you're special, and I don't mean that offensively. I mean, we all are special in some way. We understand. We're all part of the universe. We're part of this big picture. Sure, that's fine. But you're not better than other people. Accepting that is crucial. And also, don't act entitled. Entitled people are some of the worst people. They're the ones that end up being called Karens. I wanted to say Karens and Kevins, and I've said this before, but my best friend, one of my best friends' name is Kevin, and I don't want to, he's not like that at all, so I don't want to think, I'm trying to think of a different name that would work, but there's guys and girls who go out and they complain about everything, and they want to just make an issue about every single thing around them. Sure, that's fine. Those aren't people who really have the problems they're claiming to have. They're people who have other problems of wanting to be noticed and being extreme to get noticed. The old saying that a child wants attention, even bad attention, even negative attention is still attention. So a child will act bad, even knowing they'll be punished, just to be seen. This doesn't end when you become an adult. So don't act important, don't act entitled. And I guess the most important thing here is that if you want to be important, remember, I was trying to think of a way to put it. Nobody important, who's truly important, will care if you are important, if that makes sense. In other words, if you put on a facade to attract people and you're not yourself, you're going to attract people who are attracted to facades, not people who can see through bullshit. If you put on a true self and you act in life, people will say, whoa, I don't want to be near this guy because he's too honest. That's fine. But the few people you do attract in your life, the good friends that you have and you hang on to, they'll be true. I have a few good friends and a few great family, and all the people that I've dealt with in my life, I've had to be humble with because they all see through my bullshit. And so don't try to fool people, and you don't have to worry about it. So happy fucking New Year, people. And welcome to 2022. Here's my first philosophical bullshit ramble, and I will talk to you all soon. As I said, thank you to all the people who sent me all this cool shit. Not asking for anything. I'm just wanted to address that as the first day of the new year. And thank you for every comment. I read every single comment all the way through. I don't always respond to everyone because it just takes a long time, and I'm going to try to refocus my efforts this year. I don't know what kind of videos I'll be making, but I do have a secondary channel. It's called Ameliora. Oh God, why can't I remember it? Anyway, I'll be posting a link to it. I think I did the other day in my community section, but I'm only going to upload my positive thoughts, positive videos, uplifting, insightful, short quips and clips that I found to make me smile. Because there's enough of the bullshit out there. I don't want to take things too seriously. I really don't. I really delve into many different topics, and I have a great time talking about them. But I found that some of them just attract such a negativity. People are so scared about things that it's just not even worth it. Things like pandemics and, whatever. 2022, that shit's over as far as I'm concerned. We're all back to normal. And have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace and love. Happy 2022. Peace out.